Good morning, welcome to the last video of 2025. Today we're going to be doing the 2025 book bracket to see which was my favourite book of the year. I've been sat here waiting for the sun to rise so we can get some sort of better lighting on me, but no, it's just not happening, it's just grey. So here we are. As I've previously mentioned, 5-star books for me are normally books that I go back and change to 5 stars later on. For me, a book that I read and really love at the time is going to be a 4-star. 5 stars for me is when other books that I can't stop thinking about. I have got 16 5-star books from this year, and they're across a few different genres. We've got some that are sports romance, we've got one reverse harem, which is at the beginning, we've got sports, we've got mafia, we've got normal fantasy, I think we've got a contemporary book thrown in there. We've got a little bit of a range, which is always nice to see. It makes me feel like I've not spent my entire year just reading the same books over and over. So let's get to it. The first book of the year, I'm going to start moving stuff and it's going to mess my lighting up because I'm going to go to a white screen and it's going to completely mess my lighting up. So the first book that I gave a 5-star was in January, and that was Order of the Scorpions. Now, Order of Scorpions is a reverse harem. The premise of the book, there's 8 orders of assassins, and the Scorpions are, the Order of Scorpions is one of them. She is somebody that was, at the beginning of the book, she's kind of spared from going to a flesh market by the Order of Scorpions. They are like skull and bones painted, and she gets trained up to be an assassin. Then there's this big event whereby all the different orders come in and hope to purchase new blade slaves, is what they're called, for their ranks. I really enjoyed it. It was something that was a little bit different for me. I was in an Ivy Asher kick at the time as well. I think I then went and read like Bones of Osseous or whatever it's called afterwards, which is like the Bone Witch and all of them. Really enjoyed them. My next 5-star read then was Seduction of a Psychopomp, Erogenous Handholding and Other Ways to Tame Your Reaper. Another book that I really enjoyed. It was a little bit different. It's not very high in the spice, which is interesting because I've come from Order of Scorpions, which is very, very high on spice, to something where, you know, it does, like, there's a lot of yearning. There's a lot of, you know, the hand-holding part of the title really gives you an idea of what it's about. And this is by Elsie Winters. It's a marriage of convenience to a reaper. Loved it. The next bracket is actually going to be an Etta Pierce showdown. Etta Pierce writes a lot of sci-fi romance, really enjoyed them. And it started off with Convergence, which is, I really like the Intersolar Union series. And then you've also got like the offshoot, which is like the more fun ones. These ones are like there's an overarching space conspiracy, but I like this one. This was the first one in the series. There's 8 books. I think there's 7 that's been released and there's an 8th one to come yet. But she was taken to help infiltrate the human trafficking ring that's happening in this universe. And it's Commander Artarian and Olivia, and it was just a good book. Just really, really enjoyed it. So the next one then after that is Quit Your Waning. And if you have read any Etta Pierce, you've been introduced to Sizzle, and Sizzle is amazing. So Quit Your Waning is what we're coming next. It's Sizzle's, I don't know how to describe Sizzle. Sizzle's just Sizzle. Sizzle's awesome. But it probably is quite fitting that these two are being judged against each other because, you know, they're both sci-fi romance and they're both Etta Pierce. But Sizzle is, he's a non-humanoid character. But I love it. It's Over the Moon. The Over the Moon series are just cozier. I don't know. They're supposed to be like light standalones. They're cool. So then we have got Bull Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon. I've got the hardcover of this, which is just absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful book. And this is like the first one in the Royal Artificers Guild series. Royal Artifactual Guild. I really like that Aspeth comes in and she really wants to be She wants to be one of the adventurers that go down. It's all around the world. In this world, there's like a hidden city underneath the city which holds artifacts that are magical, and she really wants to go down there and she wants to explore. But women are not accepted into this guild, so she needs a chaperone, and she finds one who is a minotaur. So this is monster romance. Enjoyable from start to finish. There's a second one that's come out, which is a lot smaller. You've already met the characters in it, so it's not quite as good, but I enjoyed the premise of this one a lot. The next book then, oh god, what a bracket. The next one is, I'm going through these in like day order, so this is when I hit my Mafia era. So the next one is Control Me by Michelle Hurd. Now Control Me is part of the Corrupted Royal series. She has like a 15-book series which is follows characters all the way through, and it's like different generations. So she's got a 15-book series which covers off like generations, and Control Me is actually the main male character in it is actually the main male character in it is the son of the characters from the very first book in the series, which is Merciless Saints. And if you're in my usual room, normally behind this shoulder, there's a very pretty rose gold book, which was a fabled book before they went out of business, and that's Merciless Saints, and that's Winter and Damien, and this is their son Nikolai. And I really enjoyed this book. It's the second one in the Corrupted Royal series, and you've already met both the characters. Nikolai is supposed to be an instructor, and in the first one Abby is like the best friend character. I didn't really enjoy the characters in the first one, they were okay, but Abby is like the fun best friend who flirts with the teacher that's at the academy for like mafia princes and princesses. Stuff happens in the first one, and this kind of carries on, and there's a lot of trauma involved in it, but it's just, I love it. It's like it's my favourite out of that. So I say it's my favourite. I really like the last one as well, which is Alec, who plays quite a large part in this one with Abby's recovery through trauma, because he's the only one that she trusts, because he's the one that finds her. And Alex in all of them, and the very last one's about him. And I did have it. I'm still on the fence about it being a 5-star, but that is, oh god, that bracket. You've got monster romance versus mafia, but then the next two are more mafia romance. So we've got Nero, which is by S.J. Tilley. It's the first one in the Alliance series. It is mafia, but it's not at the same time, because it's their own mafia. They don't, so, and it sets up the rest of the series. It's my favourite of the lot. Nero is such a character, especially in the rest of the books. He's so funny, and there's some funny lines in it. So Nero all day. There is the four. So you've got Nero, you've got King, who's his best friend, who you meet in this one. Then you've got Dom, who again you kind of meet in the second one. And then the last one is Hans, who is a character that's mentioned all the way through, but you don't meet until the last one. But all of them are great. Like Nero's fantastic in Hans as well. He's a bit obsessed with weaponry, so whenever he sees any of the other guys with decent weaponry, he's like, where did you get that from? Love it. Nero's fun. Then we've got Hidden Truths by Neva Altaj. I never know how to say her name, so I apologise. This one is Sergei, and I love Sergei as a character in these books. Sergei is just fantastic. Love him. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you haven't read the Perfectly Imperfect series and you like mafia romance, they're a good series to read. Really like them. I think about them quite a lot as well. And the whole point is, like, the characters aren't perfect. They've got stuff going on. Even the main male characters in the first one, the main male character is in a wheelchair because he's been temporarily paralysed by a car bomb. So they're different. And then we've got, oh my god, then we've got The Wolf and the Witch, which is, it's saying it's a Witchwalker novella. It's part of the Witchwalker series by Carissa Weeks. I enjoy this series, but this one was the standout for me. I really love this one. I've got Nephili and Neri in this one, and Neri is the god, and they're just so fun. I just love them. It's just such a great novella. It's still like 200 and something pages long, so even though it's a novella, it's probably the same size as some of these other books on the list, because not all of them are particularly long. Just really fun. If you've already read, it's the book 3 in the series, so you kind of have to read the other ones first to get like the idea of what the world is like. But I definitely enjoyed this one the most, which was surprising, because the Witch Collector is obviously, as a fantasy romance book, it's out there. People know quite a lot about that one. It's always the one that everybody loves. Okay. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I'm so sorry. This one's actually going to be down here. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to go badly because we've got The Hermit. And that's another Michelle Hurd book. That's part of the Mafia Empire book, which is removed from the other series. Love it. Absolutely love it. Dominic and Sierra. Love them. All of the books in this series are like tarot cards. So yeah, The Hermit is, it's like an arranged marriage, and she volunteers herself to Sierra, or Kiara, however you want to pronounce it. She takes her sister's place. They're trying to arrange a marriage. She's supposed to be from the Irish Mafia, and he's an arms dealer. But this is the backdrop for all of these books, this series, is that there's the Alliance, which is like they're all interconnected and they're all heads of different things. The Hermit is the best one out of the lot, so I enjoyed that one. So the next one then is The Kingpin of Camelot by Cassandra Gannon. This book, I recommend this book a lot to people. If you've not read any of the kind of fairy tale books, they're just so fun. They are so incredibly fun. So The Kingpin of Camelot. So the premise of the kind of fairy tale is that it is literally all the different fairy tales, and it's supposed to be that there's good and there's bad, and there's good and evil. And in the first one, which is the Wicked Ugly Bad, it's all around. The Wicked Ugly Bad is the prison. And what you find in this is that in this universe, there's no grey. Everybody's either good or they're either bad, and no matter what they do, it's always seen as they are good or bad. So you've got a lot of the good, or the perceived good, doing a lot of really bad things, but it's okay because they're good. And then you see a lot of the bad side doing good things, which they're like, yeah, but they're bad, it doesn't matter. So you've seen, if you start from the beginning, there's a lot of characters that carry through. In this one, it's that you've got Guinevere, but then you've also got Midas. And Midas is supposed to be the underworld kingpin in this series. And Guinevere is running away because she's murdered Arthur. So it's very fun. There's also this whole like fated soulmate thing going on. So if they're good, you don't know your soulmate until you get down, whereas the evil side or the bad side will know their soulmate on sight. I just love this one. I love this one so much. For some reason, everybody thinks in this one that that Midas, the kingpin, is like really innocent and good-natured, and it's just absolutely hilarious. I just love it so much because Midas is so grumpy. It's a really fun book. I would definitely recommend the kind of fairy tale books if you like a little bit of comedy and a little bit of comedy to your books, but also if you like more established characters but different takes on them. The next one, oh god, this is a horrible pairing. The next one is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Obviously going to be a 5-star, it's Dungeon Crawler Carl, but that's a horrendous pairing. because I actually thought that Kingpin of Camelot might sweep it, but apparently not. Apparently not. I've got Dungeon Crawler Carl. I don't think I really need to say much about Dungeon Crawler Carl because everybody knows who that is. All right, the next one then is a little bit of a change. We've got, because we've had a couple of, it feels like we've had a lot of fantasy romance. So we've then got Make the Play, which is the second book in the Colorado Storm book. Now this is a hockey romance. I think I've spoken about this one before. I've read a lot of hockey books this year, and a lot of them are just straight up trash. They use the same old tropes over and over again. In this one, you come into it thinking it's going to be another tropes book. You have Zoe, who's like the PR lady who has dealt with Chase for like over a year. Chase is the one that almost like plays up for attention, and she like typically rolls her eyes at him, and they've got like quite a fraught relationship. But Chase has been in love with Zoe since the first book. You've seen it, you know that there's something there, but it's actually surprisingly deep. This book made me laugh, but it also made me cry. It was just, and I think there's a bit at the beginning where it's like, for all those people, I'm going to paraphrase this terribly, but it's something along the lines of, for all the people that outwardly look like they're okay but they're not, and there's a lot in this one. There's some trauma in this one. It's also supposed to be fake dating, so there's a lot of tropes that you just think, oh, okay, we know how this is going to go. But yeah, emotional ringer for that one. Real emotional ringer. Oh no. Talking of emotional ringers, the next book it's up against then is The Long Game. So I know Heated Rivalry is very hot right now because we've got the TV show out, and so it's getting a lot of press. I only gave that one a 4 stars. The Long Game is the one that did it for me, and the reason why was because I spent a lot of time in The Long Game just so sad for Ilya all the way through. It was just, I mean, again, it was another emotional roller coaster. I think I kept putting my Kindle down going, oh my god, I just feel so sad for Ilya. The first one, Heated Rivalry, was really good, mainly from Shane's perspective, but it was also over a 10-year period, and it was like their development of the love story where they then ended up together. The Long Game is when they're together, and you get a lot more from Ilya's perspective. And in the first book, he's that charming, arrogant, life of the party kind of guy, and in this one you see a lot more depth to him, and he's just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. So personally for me, Long Game all day. This is going to upset me because some of these book covers are like the different sizes, but that's, so we've got two really strong, really like emotional sports books there for me. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Alright, then we've got a contemporary, which is like a nice cozy murder mystery. We've got The Dead Guy Next Door. Again, I think I spoke about this in a bit more depth in one of my wrap videos because I read it while I was on holiday. Absolutely loved it. So much fun. The side characters are very funny. Just good time all round. And again, I also mentioned this one because these are the two that I read while I was on holiday and I really enjoyed them. So we've also got Hunt the Stars. So if you want a bit more in depth for those two, I have spoken about them already. But again, nice sci-fi romance, which was just genuine fun. Oh, now comes the hard bit. Now we have to start whittling them down. Okay. So first bracket, we've got Order of Scorpions and Seduction of a Psychopomp. They're both very different books. One is just like very graphic and one is just not, but it's like a lot of yearning. I really think for me, okay, which ones do I go back and think about the most? Probably Order of Scorpions. It's a really long book. It's like a 700-page book is Order of Scorpions. Right, Reverse Harem is making through. Let's make this bigger now. You've made it through Order of Scorpions. Okay. We're going to try and do this quick fire because we've been recording for like half an hour. Convergence or Quit Your Reigning. I really love Sizzle. Alright, Sizzle. It's going to be Sizzle. It's going to be Sizzle all day. We love Sizzle. Okay. Born Moon Rising or Control Me. I think more about Control Me more often because I love this book and I love Nikolai in it. Okay. We're doing quick fire. Alright, Nero or Hidden Truth. Basically Nero or Sergei. Oh, this one's tough. Nero. I've got them. I've got the books. I bought them hardback. I have those books. Right. Quick fire. Hermit or Wolf and the Witch. Wolf the Witch. Mainly because I really want to know where this is going to go. This story. I'm waiting for this next book and I keep checking periodically and it's not appearing and it's making me very angry. Alright. Oh god. Dungeon Crawler Carl or the Kingpin of Camelot. I mean, I love the Dungeon Crawler Carl book, but I also love the Kingpin of Camelot. Oh my god, I don't know which one to pick. I feel like I'm supposed to pick Dungeon Crawler Carl. I think that's why it's difficult. I feel like that's the one that's supposed to be picked. That's the one that people would want me to pick. But I really enjoyed the Kingpin of Camelot. Okay, Kingpin of Camelot. Oh, hello. I needed to copy that. Kingpin of Camelot all day. I made my mum read this book because I loved it that much. Alright, Make the Play or the Long Game. Oh. Long Game. I talk about it still quite a lot, but I don't. Part of me is like, is that because it's such a hot topic at the minute? But it's fine. We're not going to think about it too much. All right. So Dead Guy Next Door or Hunt the Stars. Oh, they're very different books. See, in Hunt the Stars, they were on opposing sides of the war, and I quite like that premise. But I really enjoyed the Dead Guy Next Door. It's fine. Dead Guy Next Door. I'm gonna do quick fire rounds. Let's make this bigger. All right. Okay. Order of Scorpions. Quit Your Reigning. Oh my god, I really love Sizzle. Sizzle's just so fun. Oh, Sizzle. It's gonna be Sizzle. It's gotta be Sizzle. I love Sizzle. He's amazing. Okay, Control Me or Nero. Ooh. Nero. Okay, Wolf and the Witch or Kingpin of Camelot. It's not even a question. It's always going to be the Kingpin of Camelot. And then the Long Game of the Dead Knight Next Door. It's going to be the Long Game. It's got to be the Long Game. That's the one I love the most. Okay, so Quit Your Reigning or Nero. Wow, these are really interesting. So we've got a sci-fi, a mafia, a hockey, and a fantasy romance. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Quit Your Reigning or Nero. They've both got, do you know what? 3 of these have all got like an element of comedy to them where I'm actually like I laughed quite a lot. I don't know what to pick. Oh my god, it's so difficult. It's just because they're so different. Because Quit Your Reigning is, like I say, it's the sci-fi, it's that like the standalone, more light-hearted, whereas like the Convergence series or like the Intersolar Union series is very like high stakes. It's all the stuff that's going on in the wider universe, whereas the Over the Moon series is just fun. It's just based on that home planet where they're being kept, and you see some of the main characters, but they're not the focus. It's just like the female main characters, normally like the everyday workers. One of them's like, well, she's a teacher. She teaches. She's one of the teachers, and you've got one that's like the hairdresser. So it's more low stakes. But Sizzle has been in the Intersolar Union series quite a lot. But I don't know. And then you've got Nero, and obviously Sizzle. It's going to be Sizzle. I'm going to pick Quit Your Whining. Love that book. Okay. Kingpin of Camelot. It's got to be The Long Game. The Long Game I think about all the time. Okay. Oh, that's smaller. So it's going to be Quit Your Whining or The Long Game. I don't really feel like it's got much competition. I feel like The Long Game is the book for me. I feel like that is. I feel like The Long Game definitely is the 2025 winner for me. It's just, it's so heart-wrenching, and you would just, if you don't know. I didn't read the rest of the Game Changers series. I literally read Heated Rivalry because, as I think you know, I got it as part of one of my Smut and Sip boxes, and that was the first I'd ever heard of it. And then I skipped ahead and read The Long Game because I wanted to know how it ended, whereas this is book 6 and Heated Rivalry is book 2 in the series. So there's supposed to be some bits where they show up. Apparently Ilya mainly shows up and just tells everybody that they're, and pretty much calls out who's gay in each book. This is a male book, in case you don't know, but I think about it a lot. I think my husband's sick of me talking about it. It seems fair that The Long Game is the one that wins. Okay. Do you know what? I didn't see those two books being the ones that would face off. Crazy. Okay. As I said at the beginning, this is my last video of the year. I am going to take a week off in between Christmas and New Year. I would normally do like a yearly wrap up, but I feel like we've done monthly wrap ups. I haven't done a December one, as I mainly read the Christmas books from the last video. Enjoy your holiday season, both Christmas and New Year, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.